That gap is perfect. Yeah. My exhaust hanger broke. What's up, guys? Thank you guys so much for tuning back into the channel. In today's video, we are going to be working on the 65 Mustang I've got on blocks right behind me. So I didn't get to film any of this, but on the first test drive of this Mustang, it broke down. I'll play a clip. We are broken down on the side of the road. Yeah, this is going to be interesting. I just got started again. We're literally in rush hour traffic. Actually a fuel cut. I don't know what's going on. And then on the second test drive of this Mustang, it broke down again. So is that 65? No, dude. Ooh, that's clutch out. Oh gosh. Guys, it sounds like we may have just broke down. Yeah, I bet it's got to be a throwout bearing. We've been battling a lot of factors right now. We went ahead and put in a whole new clutch, pressure plate, throwout bearing, pilot bearing, cleaned up the trans, and threw that all in yesterday. We just went ahead and did it. Since we're working on the ground, we didn't film any of it since it was terrible. But in today's video, since we have it up on block still, we're gonna go ahead, throw the lowering springs on it, new shocks in the back, new ball joints, a spacer in the back, get this thing sitting just right. So we're gonna go ahead and knock out this lowering kit, and it should be really cool. So let me show you guys exactly what parts we're gonna be working with. So today we're working with all this good stuff. We have some new ball joints, which are just Parts Master, not a really name brand. Some new upper ball joints. The lower ones are fine for now. We got that. We also have a new distributor. We're going to slap that in another video though, because I need a timing gun for that. Ball joints. We also have some new lug nuts. Super nice chrome ones. They should look a lot nicer. The ones on there, I don't have the lock key for them, so I went ahead and just got some new ones. Now we're getting to the goodies. And then in here are the goodies. These are 1-inch lowering springs from CJ Pony Parts, and they are super beefy. Like, they're very heavy. They're awesome. Those are going to turn out amazing. But yeah, we got new coils for the front. The front already has new shocks, so we're not too worried about that. And the dude gave me new shocks to put in the back, which are actually air ride, so that'll be sweet. We're going to go ahead and start with the front. We're going to go ahead and take the wheel off. Take it all apart, and then we're going to go new coils, coilovers, put the new ball joints in, and new lug nuts up front. This thing's not all the way down, but there's just a huge gap, and it really doesn't look right when it's driving. It doesn't look, the proportions aren't right. So we're gonna go ahead and drop this thing down a little bit. But yeah, put you guys on time lapse, and I'll start taking the wheels off and working over here. This is actually the rear seat part, but here are the new shocks for the back. We've got all the parts in here. I've just got to figure out how it all works, but we got new shocks for the back. And if you guys haven't seen, the Jeep Wrangler is officially done. It looks, well, not officially done, but it looks great. So if you guys want to check the video out, click the link up there. So guys, we got the wheel off. We actually had to use an extractor, just hammer on, because the old ones are so worn out. You can see with this one how it's locking. You need a key lock for it, and the rest of them are just so stripped out. So we're in here now. We have some spacers on here to fit the other wheels, but what we're focusing on is up here. I'm not sure if you guys can see. This is the old coil, and as you can see, somebody put some spacers in here because where this coil had just lost all its compression. Just to try and stiffen the ride up, we are going to be replacing all this, keeping this shock here, and then replacing this ball joint. These ball joints actually just bolt in, which is really interesting. but you guys can see that up and down play right there. So we're gonna be replacing all this, so let's get to work. So we're gonna start by taking the pressure off the shock, so undoing these top bolts inside the engine bay. Fast forward a little bit, guys. It is now nighttime. We officially got the old coil out. We had to go pick up a coil compressor thing. It is the old coil is sitting over here. We're gonna go ahead and get ready to put the new one back in, but before we do that, we're gonna go ahead and replace the ball joint right here. It's got a lot of play in it, so we'll go ahead and replace it. All it is 4 bolts holding it in. So we're gonna get those out, put the new ball joint in, and hopefully knock this thing out, but let's do it. Boom, and the last bolt is out, and there goes the ball joint. So we got new bolts to go with it. As you can see, this bad boy just bolts into place. It's very interesting. I wish they had kept this design with newer cars instead of having pressed in, but we don't need this anymore. Here's the new one right here in the bag. We have new bolts to go with it, so we're gonna go ahead, bolt that baby back in place. So guys, the new ball joint is now in. We had a little bit of clearancing problems on the sides of the ball joint. We had to shave it down just a little bit to fit into this little cup here, but everything's bolted down. It's all looking really good. We're gonna go ahead and start putting the knuckle back on, everything, bolting everything down, and then we're gonna start working on that coil. And guys, since these springs are a lot stiffer and more compact, and the rolling springs, we're able to fit them in without having to compress the spring, which is awesome. So we went ahead, got this in here. As soon as it presses up, everything will be good, but we're gonna start putting this whole side back together, putting the wheel on, and see where we're at. So guys, we've officially wrapped up this side of the car. We have everything put together. The new lug nuts are on. They look great. Everything's fit nicely. New shocks or new coils. Everything's in there. We are going to have to buy some new bolts for the shock mount on top. We'll pick this up tomorrow. Tonight, I'm going to try and finish. The camera's about to die, so I'm going to go ahead and try to finish the other side, knock that out, and then maybe get to the rear shocks right now. I'm not sure, but the camera's about to die. I'll talk to you guys in the morning, but put you guys on time lapse for the rest of the night, and yeah, should be cool. Tomorrow we are gonna have this thing driving. My plan is to drive it to the gym tomorrow, so we'll see what happens. Okay guys, it is the next morning, and a lot has happened since I last talked to you. Basically, the whole car is finished. So we have new coils on both sides. We finished that up last night, and this morning I came in here and cranked out the rear shocks. I'll show you guys real quick. New shock, all new hosing, new shock on that side. Everything is ready to go. Should be good, but let's test the air ride out. Being that these are old shocks, they're old new shocks, I think one of the seals is broken on them. If anything's gonna be better than the old shocks. The old shocks here, see this one was bent, but they just had nothing left. Okay guys, so time to pull this thing out of the garage. This is the first test drive. Even engaging it on its own weight, I've put it in gear with a new clutch and everything, but this is the first trial run on a completely new setup, whole new suspension, everything's been replaced, new ball joints, so moment of truth. Let's pull this thing out and see what happens. Guys, it actually moved on its own weight. It actually pulled out. Gosh, the drop in the front looks so much better. That gap is perfect. I don't like the gap in the back. Maybe. I would like to have some bigger tires back there. But it looks great. Gosh, I can't believe it actually moved. I've got to adjust a few little things. Gosh, yeah, it seems shaky. But it actually pulled out. We do have to put a heat cycle on the clutch, so we just got to do, I think it's about 200 miles of just normal cruising. So I'm going to try to knock that off in the next few days and drive this thing some more. But oh yeah, we do need to change the lug nuts. Got new lug nuts for the back. We'll do that. It really needs to be clean. Being on that side, it's just super dusty, so this thing got really dusty really quick. She fired right up. She sounds great and she looks awesome. So, well guys, the time has come. Went up to grab my belt from the barn. It is officially time to take the Mustang to, gosh, it looks so good. The back definitely needs to come down. I don't know. But it is officially time to take the Mustang to the gym. Ignore my nice headliner that's sagging. It looks absolutely amazing. That is like the perfect gap I wanted. Also, for anybody who's been wondering, yes, I did put seat belts in, so they actually do work. Yep. All right, guys, the only gauge that works is the temperature gauge. The radio works, that's what's important. And yeah, let's go. This thing desperately needs an alignment. It's shaking like crazy. My exhaust hanger broke, so my exhaust keeps scraping. But it's running and driving. The clutch feels amazing. Like it just, there's no clutch chatter like before. Exhaust. It feels great. It pulls great. I'm not gonna really wind it out that much, being that it's a new clutch. But so far so good. Hopefully nothing bad happens. Knock on wood. But I'll talk to you guys in a bit. Hey guys, there's my college. Woohoo! Gotta be there Monday, Tuesday. Guys, we actually made it to the gym. It actually ran pretty good other than the exhaust hanger breaking, but we'll fix that. We'll probably run by Advance, grab a hanger. But anyway, I guess that's gonna be it for the video. It actually had a successful third test drive. Somehow it actually worked. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the content. I'm gonna go hit a workout and then go home and edit this video, so I need to catch up on editing. But the car ran great. The clutch feels great. It's just an old car. It's got kind of little weird gimmicks to it and everything. But anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Please give me a like and subscribe. As always, take care of yourselves. Rolling down in the deep, when your brain goes numb, you can call that mental freeze. When these people talk too much.